Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Roni, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. Last week, I talked to you about how some commentators on YouTube was coming for Tisa Tales. And I was watching, I guess, in my recommendations, more about, I guess, the little altercation came up. And I remember watching her on live and her telling somebody that she thought that they were ignorant. And she said, I think the way that you're coming up on me is ignorant. So later on, I find out everything because I was talking about some people doing commentary on her. Well, apparently, and I didn't even look his name up because I'm just not going to do it. Apparently, this other YouTube commentator is angry with her because of her coverage of the Sean P. Diddy Combs case. Now, I feel like you can be a fan if you would like, and some people can separate the music from the person. Some people will not support somebody who does things like that in private and act another way in public. So, I agree that people can form their own opinion. And I think that's where it stops. Because he wanted to viciously attack her. And I was watching another commentator. He was actually defending Tisa. And the guy, he was like, what kind of man say, and he'll do it again? See, I have a problem already with men that like to argue with women. I feel like that you're not in touch with your feminine side, or you're mad at somebody about something. But I feel like that a man should not argue with a woman. I think the Bible says that you need to go sit on the roof. So he had all this aggression for her. That's red flag number one for me. Number two, another girl on the video that I saw was saying, hold my purse, hold my purse. He finna confront Tisa Tales. He said, yeah, that bitch lie. Okay, so she's supposed to be mad about the Jonathan Odie guy. That she didn't get something factual, or if it was partially factual, or whatever it was. And she's a heavyset girl running down the street laughing. So my thing is, because all of this is jealousy make you run like that. And why the gym can't make you run like that? Because that was so out of order, calling that girl out her name like that. So, on the comment, I was like, who is the heavyset girl running laughing? And she called herself Queen somebody. I don't know. But I think that both of them were in poor taste. So then I see another video where the guy who attacked Tisa, ex-girlfriend, came out talking about how he was assaulting her in several different ways. Now, he's on probation, and then he go attack somebody, talking viciously, and saying that he's going to do it again. If you attack somebody and saying that you're going to do it again, that's a threat, Mr. On probation. But all these things that he done to this girl that she was telling about, and she was like, and all I wanted to do was just leave and go home. And I can see why he would probably be a big Diddy fan. I also have a problem with men who don't respect women. Men who think they own women. And at some point, even with your own spouse, men that take women for granted. Now, I don't know where you can kick, punch, and hit, and talk all kinds of ways to the woman, because the Bible says the woman is your helpmate. So if you're going to beat up on a woman, then you need to expect the consequences that's going to come with it, because You may not get whooped in federal court or with your probation or with whatever. And I was talking to my man and he was telling me, I don't believe in karma. I said, you don't have to believe in it if you don't want to, but it'll hit your ass. So the young man that did that to that girl and then went and supported Diddy, when the Lord get on your ass and he let those demons loose on your ass, is all I got to say. Because I looked at his mugshot, his eyes was all bugged and his head shaped kind of funny. And I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with the girl who was held hostage by him, allegedly? Because what did you see about him that you liked that you ended up in a room with him by yourself? I'm not going to a room by myself who somebody's eyes bugged out like that, unless y'all like, shut up on that one. But I think that the way that they came at Tisa was so ridiculous. And it's, as the comments said, even just from seeing it, it's just hate. It's hate because she came up so quick. It's hate you don't know who her informants are. It's hate you don't know who be dropping a pen. You hate that she's growing so fast. And jealousy is I feel like their reactions to some people that's not even personally connected to them is very unwarranted. And you probably need to go back and look at yourself because you look like some real idiots. Then I can tell that something is wrong with most of the people in this world, especially the United States. Because then I saw a story about this girl went to work at McDonald's and felt like she was getting picked on and got sent home twice in a row from work. And so she decided to go home and put on a mask and come back and stab this woman to death. And I hear people talking about, so what if the manager had 6 kids? And I've been with managers who talk to you like a dog and do this. And I've quit jobs. Let me tell you something about me. Now, I have worked in food before. I actually really love it. And I had an unruly worker who decided that she was going to sit down and read her newspaper instead of finishing the job that we had to do. I said, well, you know, it's almost serving time. I said, and if we're not finished, we can't push back serving like how you would do at a restaurant. So you can't sit down and read your paper. And her response to me was, I ain't now one of your fucking niggas. Oh, okay. Well, I'd like for you to get your person, go on to the house. That's what you do. Cause she left, caused a big uproar. My supervisor came down, thought she was going to talk crazy. Let me tell you something, baby. First of all, especially now, I am college and graduate school educated over and over and over. How many another over do I need to put in there? Again. So don't come at me talking crazy. And no, I'm not gonna quit. And it don't matter what job it is. Because I work part-time working at the Goodwill. You're not gonna talk to me crazy. Because I have self-worth. And I know that what I'm worth. And it don't matter if this is your protocol for your job. Whatever I do is gonna make it better. Whatever I do is gonna make it better. So, yeah, you have, because I done seen some managers be talking to people crazy. And I'd be like, I'd be asking them who they talking to. The manager look crazy. Yeah, that's unprofessional. You don't talk like that. If you got a problem with your employee, you do have an office in the back. That's where you count drawers down at, right? So 2 people could be right at the same time. And people were praising the girl. But as a lot of people were saying, you could tell that she had a mental problem. You definitely could. That she liked knives. Come to find out, she had 2 other instances where it happened in other states. She stabbed her manager at Taco Bell. Now, my first job was Taco Bell, and I'm just trying to think back to my manager. I had one manager that I really liked. And they was really trying to plot on her. Excuse me. And she turned out to be one of the best people that I know. That's another one. She wanted to fight. Meet me out up here on my off day. Okay, stupid. If you come into your job on off day to fight, you're still getting fired, ignorant. You're still getting fired. And she would argue with some of the employees. And one girl was like, you need to shut up talking to me. Maybe she shouldn't have said that. She gonna tell her, you just want my aqua fresh. You like my pearly whites, don't you? Now, what do her teeth have anything to do with you, manager, telling you to shut up talking to her? No. So I do not agree with the girl killing her and the people who saying, well, in my experience, that's your experience. That's your experience. Something wrong with her. She likes stabbing people. But in your experience, you didn't go stab the damn manager to death. Why you didn't do it if you can agree with what she said? So that's the reason why I said something wrong with some of these people. But I'm going to leave it at that. And no, I'm not going to leave it at that. Because I want to talk a little bit about Drake dropping a new single. And I know, I think it was last week where some of Drake's crew was asking DJs, do you know who T-Pain is? Can you play me a T-Pain? Do you know T-Pain? Let's just, as everybody else, set the record straight. You know who T-Pain is. We all know who T-Pain is. T-Pain created a sound. He carried a sound further than Roger and Zapp. So to be from Canada and then try to insult more of American culture is a problem. And Drake can have fans, that's okay. But what people are not okay with it is the action. And actions speak louder than words. Don't ask what the hell did you miss, because you ain't been no damn well to miss nothing. Okay? Please tell your crew to leave the American heritage alone. Go ahead and make some Canadian heritage. Because the actions is terrible. And I'm not going to call you any kind of names because I think in futuristic hip-hop, I may have that wrong. And delete it. Oh, I like delete it. And as he say, you might not like this. I don't give up. Anyway. So that's how a lot of people should feel about it. But I think that T-Pain did give sound advice. And he took the advice himself. And Drake, you're too old to be making the music that you are making. You're still catering to children. So how about you just go on ahead and go behind the scenes and make music for Nickelodeon? But that's all that I have for this week. Maybe I may come back and say something else. But remember, you can find Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence on all podcasting platforms. My handle is at Blonde Intelligence. On X is at RRONEICE at Bernice. I don't even promote the Facebook page at all because Facebook was full of shit. They deleted my page, even though I could prove who I was, but they left my business page connected to that page that I cannot get into. So until Facebook have more transparency and probably need to get a freaking customer service number, I'm sick of them. Anyway, you can cop your merch on at my website www.blonde-intelligence.com. I have a contact page where you can contact me, ask me any questions, book a consult, or anything of that matter. So I'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.